And the main event, Anthony, what was that one, mate?
which was the Bleak City Saint and the former APW Heavyweight Champion Aiden Miller facing off against the weight of the world and the heavy cruiserweight York for the newly named APW World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, it was a good match.
Well, Aiden's a very good worker.
The best worker on the card.
Yeah.
Best singles worker on the card.
He was good. He sort of looked the part, acted the part. York, to the best of my memory, I think that's only about the second time I've seen him work. I saw him, in the previous show we went to. Big guy, solid guy. Not a bad match. I am going to make one comment. I'm a bit confused about the young girl he comes out with. She looks about 14. I don't know what she adds to the match as a manager or a valet, or I don't know. She looks very, very young, and I just worry. Now, I don't know her. I don't know him. I don't know, but whether it's his daughter or his niece or just a friend or whatever, I've got no idea. None of my business. But a 14-year-old girl, or she looks 14, out there, I don't know, that's probably the look. I don't know that that's a valet or a manager at that age. That's just my personal old school opinion.
I don't think somebody told me she's 18, but I don't.
Oh, is she?
I can't. Yeah, she doesn't look it, but I got told she was 18. I don't know. Does the manager look? I don't know if he needs a manager. I don't, because he's a face. I don't think he does. I mean, I don't know whether she adds anything to York in that aspect.
Not really.
He doesn't. I don't think he really needs it out there.
I'd love her. She's probably a lovely young lady.
That's right. Yeah.
She's like a matchstick.
Yeah, but I don't know. They did use her in one spot where Aiden, which for me is the look. In the current generation guys that come through, and I want to say this honestly, between your Navaras, your JXTs, your where I really do believe the best guy at this point in time is Aiden Miller.
Okay, big call.
All round, the best guy. He has got just about everything perfect. Right, the look on his face, his psychology, the way he works. He's a gifted worker. He's a great seller. He puts emotion into everything he does. He is really, really, I believe, the best guy going around. And that's not disrespecting anyone else, but I think he's just a total package, right? York is a great worker. Mm-hmm. And that match between those two guys was always going to be good. It was never going to be negative at all. Did York need the young lady out there? Definitely not. There was one spot that I was talking about where he was going to hit her. Aiden Miller worked her into the spot, and York come back on one spot, which I thought was good, showing that he's a face, he's protecting the lady outside and everything else. But other than that, there wasn't really another spot there for her.
And the other
her selling is unbelievable. It doesn't look believable outside at ringside, and she actually gives off more of a heel vibe than a face vibe.
Exactly, 100%. I was just going to say when I was interrupting you that she does. Yeah, she actually gives up the vibe and the thing as though he was a heel.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, obviously York likes her out there, I guess, and they got something working. I don't know. Does he need it? Probably not. She gives off more of a heel vibe than a face vibe, when you watch her. But match was good. Good main event. Good finish to the main event. Good solid. Like I said, Aiden can do a match. If I put a broom in there with Aiden, he'd make the broom look good. So, for me, he's the best guy currently going around in Victoria. I can't speak about interstate, but in Victoria, I think he's the best guy going around.
And that beautiful new belt they presented them with.
Beautiful, wasn't it?
It was. Very, very nice belt indeed.
Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. So, but I am very interested in the storyline now referring back to the storyline of the two brothers.
Mm.
I'm very interested to see where Rachel Fortune and Natasha Valentine and Skylar Cruz go in that direction, and who else comes into that little argument, that little feud between them, each other.
Tag team.
I'm interested in seeing the tag team be put up against some really, really, really good heavyweight competition. Something that's going to push them, push the other team, and make them come up with stuff that's, I reckon there's going to be some memorable stuff if they put them against the right guys. And it's, for me, there's a lot of upside to APW all around.
Good there is. I mean, if you've got, say, York defending against a really good, solid, number one legitimate contender, say, as your main, and you've got the tag team as the semi-main against a bloody good team with some sort of story, I mean, what sort of ending is that to your show, your semi-main and your main? Because people remember the start and the finish of anything. So if they walk out having seen 2 championship matches in a row, and they're both high quality, believable, good workers, mate, they're going to come back next show.
Yeah, look, it would have been, like if they had used that smart with Aiden Miller, right?
Mm-hmm.
They should have put Aiden over by DQ because of the girl at the outside.
Mm.
They do another match where it ends up being a no contest. Third match in, have the girl involved in all the matches. On the third match in, because she's not a face, she's a heel, right? Have York think that, she's going to say hand the belt to York. And she hands it to Miller. Miller hits it and she goes off with Miller.
Yeah, very good.
Turns, and then you've got another storyline where his managers turned on him and that kind of thing. So, but there's stuff there that can be done. I think just beating Aiden like that was probably loss of a potential really good feud between those two guys.
When that happens, Mick, you kill it. There's nowhere to go.
Yeah, that's it. There's nowhere
to start all over again. With
Aiden is such a good worker. Like, you can do a good if he wants to be there. That is, I don't know.